and gentlemen, to another episode. Are we episode 9?
Episode 9, yep.
Episode 9 of That Range Life, a show sometimes about golf. My name is Chris McEwen. You can find me at chrismcEwen.com or at Chris McEwen on all of the social media except Facebook, where I am Chris McEwen Golf. With me, as always, is Mr. Bill Bush of drivingrangeheroes.com. You can find him at Range Heroes all across social media.
Every single platform. drivingrangeheroes.com if you prefer to go to my internet website on the World Wide Web.
That's right. And go to his website, subscribe to his newsletter. And while you're here on the YouTube channel, if you're on the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe and notify button for us. And I'd appreciate it. Bill.
Yeah, and comment. Do all that stuff.
Yeah. Tell us how terrible we are. That whole thing.
So bad, especially Chris's shitty camera and microphone lately. It's just, he's a hot mess. Someone buy him a new computer for Pete's sake.
Good to see you, Bill.
Good to see you, bud. How you been? How's I mean, we'll get into the subject, but how's social distancing treating you?
Not too bad. I went to the gym for an hour today.
That's a great place to go right now.
Although I didn't do my usual. So I usually go. So I belong to East Bank. You know East Bank, and so that's right.
Wait, doesn't East Bank have simulators, or they did at some point?
They have 2 TrackMen that are connected to it, kind of simulators. So they have a small indoor range, like a 90-foot long range, and they've got 2 TrackMen, and so it'll track your shot and do all that kind of stuff if you want to use them. But it's not like a simulator like you're hitting into a screen.
It's so cool.
It is great. And then if you make friends with the pro there, it's even better. Because then when it's dead and you show up and he's like, go ahead, jump on the sim.
Get in there.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
You're not supposed to record yourself with gum and stuff, and I thought it was a great idea to have a I was watching Star Wars. Not lightsaber, life saver. And then it's like I can hear in my headphones, just hear the clicking of it. I'm like, be a professional for once. For once, just be a professional.
As I take a drink.
Drinks are different, and it's a small, just so everybody knows, we're cool and hip theme on our YouTube show.
Right. So how's your exile going?
I knew I was in store for it. I anticipated it. As well, let me start with, for those who may be interested, Chris and I came up with the idea to launch a podcast called the Lockdown Golf Podcast, basically chronicling, that sounds more official, our journey into dejected insanity. And I thought we'd be okay. We recorded our first episode just to get a little bit of an intro and start getting our podcast listed. And I won't say I won't put that on you. But I spiraled quickly, and it felt good. I mean, it felt good to get that off my shoulders, but I know I'm in store for a long one. And so far it's like, okay, I worked from home one day, and then Saturday and Sunday, a normal weekend, we just, can't mix and mingle with everybody, and which is fine. But man, today the kids were on one today. Let me tell you that. And so
two things I can imagine is, one, being alone, like single during this time where you can't talk to anyone really.
I don't know. I will tell you, and I think my wife would agree, if I was single, and I mean, and a lot of us think, God, I'm not, right? But if I was single, she's like, here's what you would do. You would stockpile a bunch of like meat and your bare necessities, and you would be perfectly happy just sitting, doing nothing, looking on your phone, watching whatever crap on TV I find. Yeah. And I'm like, I think I would, but the problem, I think I'd be good for like a week, but it'd be a definite 0 to 10 thing where I'd lose my mind.
Right.
So
I mean, I can tell you, when my wife goes on trips for work or vacation or whatever, and I stay home with the dog, within about 2 to 3 days, I'm having full-blown conversations with my dog.
Yeah.
Like, we are having conversations.
Well, and then it's like the dumb things you find yourself doing, especially in the winter, to kill the time, where you're like, I just spent 6.5 hours playing like Text Twist on Yahoo Games. Who even does anymore? It's not 2001.
All right.
Yeah. So
But you can get more of that on the podcast.
That is a
You can
sneak peek. So right now you can find the podcast. We only have one episode, though. By the time you watch us, that's true. By the time you watch us, theoretically, we should have 4.
Right.
And maybe we'll be on iTunes by then. God knows. But right now you can get the Lockdown Golf Podcast on Spotify, or just go to my website. You can listen to it there.
Yeah, that's where you should go.
And I don't want to give people the impression you should have high expectations. First episode actually wasn't that bad. It's exactly what you'd expect from guys losing their minds. I mean, there's no golf news. I mean, the big emails I got this morning were like, Brooks Koepka officially says he's out on PGL. I'm like, oh good.
Yeah.
Thanks for the news.
Right.
But yeah, we're just gonna see where this thing takes us, and it'll be over once the coronavirus quarantine, because by everything I read, it sounds like this thing could last a good year. That's nice. But when we're not on quarantine and we're back above the surface, we are. This isn't going to be a permanent podcast, and if people want it to be, I'd be shocked. It's not going to happen. Between the YouTube show and that's a lot of work. But anyway,
Chris and Bill.
Yeah, we have a podcast. Go check it out. And no, I think I'm going to be fine Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday-ish, the wheels are going to come off. I anticipate it.
Yeah.
We're already seeing it. We're already seeing the starts.
Yeah.
I mean, even today we went to kill some time and entertain the kids for a little bit. So, kind of the morning routines going around. It's like, okay, well, if you eat a good lunch, we'll go outside and play. So we go outside and play. And then it was, okay, we need to get like away from the property, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
We took the kids to get a car wash. And gas is like, 50 cents a gallon right now. It's just tanked. So I'm like, I should get gas too. While I'm doing that, I go, there's a few supplies I want in the house. My wife's like, you're not going in there. I go, it's all right. And I pull out some, like, literally all we could get, Bath and Body Works hand sanitizer. I'm like, I'm not going to go lick the inside of the gas station. I got this. Don't worry about it. So hopefully I'm not patient zero from that. I assume that the Metra, which is our train system here in Chicago, our suburban train system especially, if that doesn't get me, maybe the Shell gas station will. But yeah, let's talk some golf news.
Let's talk whatever there is to talk about golf news.
Yeah, like I said, they're finding things. And right before the old Players at Sawgrass got canceled, our guy Scott Piercy, who we talked about last show, got a word in for the first time and spoke out. And I didn't read everything, and I don't really care, and I don't want to give him a ton of attention. But I love he said in his interview or whatever it was about to remind people, he think they were just Instagram stories, but he shared one that was interpreted as homophobic and another one that was like super deep state conspiracy theory.
Right.
And immediately all 5 of his sponsors dropped him. He's, playing uncontracted now. So he shares these 2 things on social media. And let's just assume one of them was like, I'm going to assume the homophobic one he thought was funny, and the deep state one he was like staying woke. And he says in this interview, I wrote like synopsis of it, but he says in the interview, people got the wrong idea.
Right.
It's like, bro, I don't know how you post something on social media, like joke or not, unless you specifically clarify your intent with it. People are going to assume this idea about you. Yeah.
Right.
So, I even tweeted on the Range Heroes Twitter. I was like, hey, fascinating to me that this guy is going to sit here and pull the card of, hey, whoa, you got the wrong idea of me. Like, dude, you shared these 2 things. What? Right. Like, it's not like you went, OMG, these idiots, or like, yeah, I really believe in this. It wasn't like, you're just going to assume it.
Right. Like and so it's a good example, of why they have professional athletes have publicists for sure.
Oh yeah.
Because seeing the picture of him pre Instagram debacle and post without the logos on his stuff, like he just looked like some weekend hack. Like no logos on anything anywhere. Like we have more logos on our hats and shirts than that dude has playing on the professional tour right now. It looked like everything was like photoshopped off.
I love to imagine he went to like Kohl's and just bought a bunch of polo shirts and pleated khakis.
Like, forget it. This is what I'm going to wear now.
And a white belt, of course. But yeah, that was ridiculous.
And the other thing too, like, dude, just own it. Don't be a coward. Like, don't put it on us that we misinterpreted, that we got the wrong idea. Like, no, man, no. Either A, you put something out there that was a bad idea, or B, you're sorry for it. Like, just own it.
Yeah, I think owning it is. I don't know if you can get away with just owning that in this world. I think, yeah, you have to be like, I posted it. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry.
Right.
And it still doesn't get them out of the like, oh, so you are this kind of person. Like people are gonna be like, well, clearly you are.
But don't put it on me that I misinterpreted or I got the wrong idea. Like, no. You put out the wrong idea, if anything.
You're just an idiot, sir.
Right.
I mean,
I'm probably homophobe too.
I mean, obviously. I just don't get it. Like, just shut up. I saw something that's like,
it wasn't even that funny. It wasn't even remotely entertaining. It was just,
no, you're right,
stupid.
And he has a notable chunk of tour earnings. It's not like he's never
established.
Yeah. It's like, you're smart enough. You've been around this. You have, I'm sure you have money managers and people saying this is good for your brand. This is bad for your brand. Ugh, it's gross.
Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, not much going on in golf world. What
you want to should we start a pool when the next tournament will start? Like what tournament?
Well, before we even do that, we talked about this on the old Lockdown Golf Podcast, episode 1.
Day 1.
We didn't talk about it here. Yeah, day 1 to be specifically. We're not counting Saturday, Sunday because they're normal weekend days. The Masters is postponed. Yeah. And, let's face it, we all saw that coming a mile away. So it didn't really take me back too much. It sucks. The Masters is, I mean, I have a post on our site from last year where I taught, like, I pray for terrible weather locally around the Masters because that's when everyone starts watching the par 3 contest and was like, I gotta get out and play golf. And courses are just a nightmare from that point forward. So who knows? Maybe they'll still delay that a little bit for us. And we'll get into that in a second. I'll just say I'm hoping the courses are staying a little more available and the hype kicks in a little later so we can play normal golf for a little bit longer.
Wouldn't that be nice?
But I will miss it. It's, having old James P. Nance. I don't know. That's his middle initial. Talking on
James the Nance.
James T. Nance. T is short for the. He, here listening to him and hearing the fake bird chirps on TV and the music, it's great.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this, Bill, but it's a tradition unlike any other.
Oh, I never looked at it that way. That I can see that. You didn't realize there was a quote? Yes, I did. God, I'm like, I love that I'm trying to just be normal for this and mask that, like, oh my God, I'm gonna be locked in my house for 3 weeks, and save that narrative for the podcast.
Right.
Yeah, so I'll miss the Masters, but at the same time, if we get a fall Masters, especially with the way they shorten the schedule for the NFL now, I mean, it would look at it, you're going FedEx playoffs, you're going Ryder Cup, Masters theoretically. Like, that's wild.
I'm in for that. That would be That would be fantastic.
Yeah, and
That would be
imagine,
fantastic.
yeah, you won't have all the like azaleas and everything, but get some beautiful autumnal tones to the flora on the
Right.
property. It's gonna be lovely.
Plus, it would probably be, I would hope, the only time that would happen within our
Yeah.
lifetime would see that course in that way and would play differently. And yeah, I think it'd be really fun.
So
Plus,
here's
it'd be like later in the year. Super cool.
here's my question, right? So everybody knows there. Thought of something funny I saw related to this. Everybody knows they shut down for the summer and the golf course is only open for certain periods of time. Now, normally they shut it down for the members. They can't play, around the Masters. So I wonder if, like, a lot of these country clubs are staying open during old coronavirus here. So will Masters be open? Well, I'm sorry. Will the National be open? Which remember, it's the National, even though there is the National. It's the National. Will it stay open for the members? Will it get played this, or will they just be like, no, we always shut it down this time, and we're going to shut it down? I would think not.
Yeah.
I would think it'd stay open. I would think they wouldn't shut it down now if they're not going to play it.
I mean, why would you?
Hey, really? Condi, Bill Gates, and Jack Nicklaus got to go play some golf. They're going to do it,
Hey, by the way, I was going to bring this up in the podcast, but I don't know if you saw it, but Jack issued yet another statement on Twitter today.
Oh, I think I saw
but we'll save that for tomorrow.
I did. Did I send it to you today?
No, I just happened upon it. Like Jack retweeted his own video or something, or I don't know. It was on someone else's account, but he retweeted it, and he just wanted to share that this was the right decision that was made.
I did send somebody a random Jack Nicklaus thing that showed up, and I'm like, well, he has spoken. So for those this doesn't make sense to, go listen to day 1 of the Lockdown Golf Podcast.
That's right. Listen to the podcast.
We'll just pitch that this whole time here. That's all we got. Just let us have it. But yeah, so I'm in for Augusta in the fall, and I also love the fact. Let's say they play it in October. Well, October, November, right?
Yeah.
And then you do the math there. You have 6 months ish, and you're playing the Masters again.
Yeah, that's right. I hadn't thought about that.
Well, and how does all the qualifying work? I think you have to treat it so every tournament post, like when the Masters was scheduled. God, we're going real deep golf nerd talk here. So the Masters is supposed to be played, this week.
Right. Whoever's qualified gets carried over.
Well, no. So now you don't qualify for the postponed one in October, November. You qualify for 2021.
Right.
And then, which will be weird because somebody will qualify for the Masters in July, and then when the 2020 Masters is played, they're not allowed there. And you could not be qualified, but be the 2020 Masters champion and get your invite right on the heels of the next year. I love it. I think the Masters being played 6 months apart from itself would be hilarious. But the thing is, it won't lose revenue. It'll have zero adverse effects because it's the Masters.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they don't have to. I think if the Olympics get delayed, there's a week.
Right. There's golf. Olympics golf this year.
Yeah, but if that gets delayed, then there's a week window that the Masters could just slide right in. And
watch how many people, if they schedule in the fall, won't be playing in the Olympics all of a sudden.
Yeah. No.
I'm
right.
I'm Brooks Koepka. I just played the Ryder Cup. We had the whole full boat of the FedEx playoffs, even though Bill, he's 223 in the FedEx rankings. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure he's not going to make it through all of those. He's going to go, you know what? I'm not going to go to the Olympics. I don't care. I'm Brooks. I'm GQ. And he'll go play the Masters in October, November.
Right. So which one, if you had the choice, are you competing in the Masters or are you competing for a gold medal for your country?
Oh, Masters.
Yeah.
Especially the fall Masters. That's more once in a lifetime than or once in a forever than golf in the Olympics.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's my vote.
That's mine too. I should have gone to Olympics and we could have argued about it, but I don't have a good argument for that.
Let's wait till we really
other than America.
not hashtag apostrophe America. Let's save that for like day 6 of lockdown when we start fighting each other for no reason. Let's talk one more golf topic. Got two guys. We still keep pushing on. We still got gear reviews. And this week we'll have posted up a nice review of the Sun Mountain 2.5 plus, or they used to call them 2.5 plus 14-way stand bag. Old Tommy O'Connell, God, I'm saying old or old whatever so much on this, and it's driving me insane. I'd stop watching the show. I'd at least leave a nasty comment about it. Anyway, as I call him, Young Thomas, posted a review, and I don't know if you've ever carried a Sun Mountain 2.5.
I have not.
The whole
is it 2.5 pounds? Is that the 2.5?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
It's super light though.
It's lighter than
very light. It has. Let me talk with like a normal person who speaks English language. It has, I want to say 5 pockets or so, and adequate storage. It's a durable material, but it is lighter weight than the heavier duty bags, because the whole point of this thing is to save weight. Now, traditionally, they made it with like 4 slots in the top, 6 slots, but 5, whatever, something small.
A typical kind of carry bag.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
And that's the point, right? It's a carry bag that it's intended to walk with. Very lightweight. Straps are pretty minimal, but adequate. It's good. So this is the same thing, but with a 14-way top. And because it's got a 14-way divider now, it's a little bit bigger, but it doesn't really weigh more. It's just, I'm sure it does somewhere, but the top frame is larger.
Yeah.
I am very picky. I'm sure that surprises everybody to hear. So I hate 14-way tops. I hate them.
Really?
Yes. Now, I have no idea why. I just don't like them.
Okay. I was about to ask that follow-up, but never mind.
Zero idea why. I just don't.
Okay.
There's something about, I don't like how the best I can put it is how evenly spaced and lined up all the clubs are. There's sort of like no organic fall to it. They don't drape. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't like it though. I don't want my golf clubs
wackadoo.
Yeah,
you make no sense.
None. But it's like it's almost like they're just filed in rows. Yeah, I don't like it. It just sits weird with me. I don't know. What is it that affliction or phobia people have where it's the little circles and patterns makes them right? Maybe that's it. I don't know. Well, Tommy, on the other hand,
got some kind of affliction. I don't know if it's that, but there's something.
There's many things. Everyone who knows me will tell you. But Tommy liked the bag a lot, and you're not used to having a 14-way bag that it's as light as this, and super comfortable walk. And if you recall, he actually had this bag going when we played the ice.
I was going to ask if that was the bag. Yeah.
He's sitting there. It doesn't have, we figured this out before we even start. It doesn't, I don't understand it because my old 2.5 has these little like elastic bands because they're keeping it lightweight. They don't put big straps and heavy materials. It's just 2 little elastic bands you can wrap around the legs to keep them from kicking out.
Oh yeah. Okay.
They don't have that on this bag. And so watching Tommy trying to get this thing on his push cart and like losing his mind, and our good buddy J Riv is like, oh, I've seen that before. I use the same cart as you. Let me take a push cart as you. Let me take a look. Yep, no, you're screwed. I guess you just have to figure that out today. So that's
right. I walked up to that conversation.
Yeah, bright and early, right on time, Chris McEwen. Yeah, it was funny, but that's his only criticism of the bag. Otherwise, so far it's pretty good, and he's using it.
It looks great. It looks nice, and I actually dig a 14-way divider. I have my current gamer bag, if you will, doesn't have it. But I don't have your weird hang up on. I kind of like things keeping their, now is it full length divider or?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about it on this. I should know. I don't know.
Go read your review. Tommy's are
No, because
good. Find out.
I don't want to suck up bandwidth. I gotta keep the video clean. I wonder if it is though. You would think it'd almost have to be, but the whole purpose of that thing is to not have weight, right?
Yeah, so that's the point of it. I know one of my other bags is full length, and it does add some weight to it, but it's only 5 dividers. It's not 14. So
well, those are you. Well, so my 5-way Sun Mountain 2.5 definitely has full length dividers on all 5.
Okay.
I think it'd be funny if we're recording this like an hour earlier to just call Tommy and be like, hey, quick question for you.
Hey, Tommy, you want to jump on the show a minute?
And he's going to be like, you guys can both F off. No, your show's stupid. Like, yep, we know. Let's talk about the golf courses closing. So a lot of the golf courses in our area are shutting down for coronavirus.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I get it, but my local track, it's a municipal course of the town, pretty nice. They're leaving it open because they're like, hey, with the whole social distancing and quarantine, we feel this is a good way for people to get out and you can stay away from people. And they went through what they're doing to keep the place clean, like everybody's posting right now. But they list a bunch of the rules they'd like people to abide. And one of them was they don't want you pulling flag sticks.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
I thought that's pretty good. But what cracked me up in it is they felt the need to explain, hey, the new rules allow for this. It's okay.
It's not even that time of year yet.
Yeah.
God.
The new rules allow. So don't worry about not pulling the flag sticks.
Oh.
But
that's one way to get people to play faster is just
every course just makes a local rule. Hey, we don't want to spread viruses and diseases, so don't pull flag sticks.
Right.
Local rule.
Right.
It was on the sheets in the proverbial locker room.
Oh man.
So we also have, I won't go deep into it, but this review coming up. Well, it'll be up for this.
Oh yeah.
Bridgestone Tour B X. I really like the original version of this ball.
Love it. Yeah.
The new one, not bad.
Really? Yeah.
It's I thought the old one was good off the deck or off the deck. Oh my god, I'm losing it. Oh jeez, I need to go. I'm gonna go into the office tomorrow. I've decided. Just kidding. No, I'm not. The original one, great off the tee. I didn't mind it putting, but a little something to be desired, maybe with your approach shots and your wedges for spin and what have you.
Yeah.
They felt a little firm. They weren't bad, though. By far my favorite of the Bridgestone lineup. The new one, well, actually, all the balls have this new reactive cover, right? And the whole point of it is that, what do they call it? They call it a impact modifier. And in short, depending on how hard you hit it, the cover will absorb the shock difference. So slower swing speeds, it'll feel softer. Other brands have done this before, and even Bridgestone, but the slower swing speed will feel softer. The faster swing speed will feel harder, firmer. So in short, hit a driver, it's faster, feels firmer, goes longer. You hit an approach iron, it'll go, but it feels softer. You hit your wedges, it'll grab the face. It won't be a marshmallow, but it is softer. So I think they took a great ball and really just fine-tuned it, made it a lot better. It is interesting how much it'll spin on a green for you and then not spin off the driver. So I don't know. Might be early to say, but this could be the ball for me this year.
I was so last year was the first time in my golf career I played one ball, like one brand type of ball.
Oh, look at you.
I'd never done it before. Usually I just whatever, I'll buy whatever there is or whatever. And so I went through this kind of process and I landed on the XS, Bridgestone XS. And I'm just a huge Bridgestone golf ball fanboy now. I love that golf ball. Loved it. Yeah. I know.
Coming soon.
I know. Yeah. So that's what I'll be playing this year.
All right. Take it easy, Tiger.
awesome golf ball.
I really need that spin around the greens to zip my wedge. Actually, I can't make fun of you too much. You have a decent little wedge
I'll
game.
say, you've seen my wedge game. It's not terrible.
You saw how I'm recovering from my wedge yips. Not
Yeah, speaking of that
bad.
too, I've submitted my first videos to Golfing. So Sam followed up right away with some with a couple of little questions about where the face was and what I was feeling, where the ball flight and that kind of stuff. And now I'm waiting to get back the
like
what to
feedback
do next.
videos.
Yeah.
You don't have you didn't get feedback videos from him yet?
Not
Where
yet.
he like shows you drills and stuff?
Not yet. I'm guessing it'll be tomorrow.
When you get yours, will you send them to me?
Sure.
I want to see them just because I'm a nerd.
So, but it was tough because I told you at Displays, when you're doing the head-on shot, there's the ball feed because it's an automatic tee system.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't see impact from head-on. You could you could see impact from behind, from down the line, but you couldn't see impact from head-on. But he was like, just send me whatever you can and it's fine. So if this week it's warm and I'm going to have time, might as well go.
No, you're not. You're working a full schedule from home.
Yeah, anyways,
if your boss is watching, I will make sure you do.
At 5:30, when I hang up my call, swoop over to the driving range.
Over, hit some balls at a real driving range.
Right.
And then we'll record the podcast in person. Oh no, we
Right.
can't. We can't quarantine. That wouldn't be social distancing.
That's right.
See,
you can be on the mic in like the upstairs and I'll be in downstairs.
No, out in
your car. Giant suburban house.
You can not my house. J-Ribs has seen it. You get Wi-Fi from outside. You'll just record it from your car. It's fine. In the Prius.
Yeah, live from the Prius. That's right.
Coming to you live from the Prius. Live, but actually recorded. What are you did you see, we're going to move on to the St. Patrick's Day topic.
Okay.
You see Chicago, right? So they canceled the river getting dyed and the parade and all that.
Yep.
And St. Patrick's Day Saturday is a huge event in Chicago.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
So they canceled everything. Hey, guys, this is serious. Did you see how packed all the bars still were?
That's my neighborhood.
Oh, my God.
My neighborhood, there were people out the door. We couldn't believe it. So actually, I took the dog for a walk in the morning. And usually, so it was still subdued because usually I'll take the dog for a walk at 7:38 in the morning. And it's already chaos. They're
shutting down international travel everywhere. They're declaring national emergency. 2 big words. How
2 big words.
Do you think it's fine? I don't have it. Like, God, it's
yeah.
But
so when I was walking the dog, it wasn't really that busy. I was like, oh, people got the memo. Like they're gonna chill out. Probably an hour later, they were out. Lines out the door. People everywhere. It was just a mess.
Do you see all the videos of the people who are like, hey, if they're not going to dye the river, I'll do it on my own. And we're literally like Snapchatting them with food coloring into the Chicago River. Or they were like doing it in their bathtub and then the food coloring was staining the bathtub. It's great.
That's the future.
So what are you doing for St. Patrick's Day? Anything?
What did I do for St. Patrick's Day?
No, what are you going to do on Tuesday?
Oh,
or 2 days ago when this post.
Right, on Tuesday. Nothing. My podcast, the other podcast, will have Tom Coyne on, which I thought that was kind of fitting because he's like Mr. Ireland. He wrote a whole book about Ireland, so that podcast will drop. Golf origin stories.
That one might get listened to.
Yeah. Otherwise, no. I'll probably go to the gym. I don't know.
Don't stop going to the gym. I will not talk to you. Well, I'll talk to you. I will not be. Well, maybe this is part of your plan. In your vicinity for 2 months if you keep going to the gym, and not like, hey, if you really were my friend, you wouldn't do this. Like, there's just I don't want to. You're gonna get coronavirus at the gym. You're going to. I don't care what anyone says. You can wipe down those sweaty, gross machines all you want. You're getting it.
I just run mostly.
You're getting it.
I don't touch.
Lick the handle of the locker room. You're gonna get it.
I didn't go take a nice steam this time. I was like, no, I won't go in the steam room.
I tell you this, I feel like every other episode, you're an idiot. I mean, there's a lot of things I admire about you and wish were part of my personality, but this is not one of them. Yeah. Social distance. I, on the other hand, was supposed to have Like my whole family gets together for we're not even Irish.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why we care, but like I give hats off. My mom comes up a lot on this show, by the way.
She does.
Out to me, my
It's
wife.
a major part of your life.
Apparently, I'm a mama's boy. Oh no, I'm realizing this right now. No, she always makes a really good St. Patrick's Day dinner. And I placed an order before, like, oh God, COVID-19 is the real deal, for a really nice, like, home brined corned beef from my local. Oh, I'm even wearing their hoodie today. My Wheaton Meat Market, butcher shop, meat market. I ordered one, like Monday pickup. Well, now it's like, hey, 2 young families and you guys, like, we should not be getting together for dinner with 3 kids. Like, we shouldn't be doing this. So bless her, talk to her today. I'm like, I'll still go pick up the meat if you still want to cook. And she's like, yeah, I'll cook it. And you guys can just like swing by and, you know, grab your bag and do it from home. And I'm like, thank God. Never, who cares about Christmas, the Masters, all of it. I'm still going to have my corned beef.
Right.
Well, that's how we're closing our show this week, talking about corned beef and St. Patrick's Day. This has been awesome. Hey, sneak peek. I want golf to be back.
Yeah. Just another reason to want golf to be back.
I mean, I assume I'll go play, or at least I got a handful of things I got to test, but
yeah,
it's I know I'm going to feel guilty and like I'm going to get, you know, poisoned or something just being there because of, you know, the world and everything it tells me.
We just have to land in 2 weeks we'll be out. I bet you in 2 weeks, not out of the containment, so to speak, but 2 weeks we'll be out on the golf course on a Saturday or Sunday. You, me, Riv, Tommy, whomever, we'll be out. We just have to keep our foursome intact, like no strangers. I don't want some rando in my group.
Just be like, hey, Pro Shop, can I Venmo you? I'm not coming in there.
Yeah, if anyone's going to get coronavirus, it's going to be me and you because of me.
Yeah.
That's how it's
the only way.
No stranger's going to give you any kind of deadly virus, damn it.
No. I want my coronavirus from chrismckeown.com.
That's right.
All right, man. This show's a joke.
Can't wait till next week.
Can't wait till next week, especially when
Can't wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, seriously. Anyway, Bill Bush, driverangeheroes.com, at Range Heroes on all the social medias. Chris McEwen, chrismckeown.com. Origin Golf Stories, ever heard of it? And
golf origin stories.
Golf origin stories. Sounds like an X-Men comic book. That's kind of cool, actually.
That's kind of the point.
I can't even like make fun of you in appropriate fashion. This is horrible. Hate coronavirus. God.
Finish your closeout. Finish your closing.
At Chris McEwen on all the social medias. chrismckeown.com. Already said that. Chris McEwen Golf on Facebook. Right. And, you know, do us a favor. Like, or you know what? Thumbs down this show. This is a bad one. I don't care.
Whatever. But
subscribe to Chris's page. And, you know, sign up for all this stuff. Comment. Tell us what you want us to talk about next week. If you just want us to start recording on video our Lockdown Golf podcast Circle into Death. Actually, I shouldn't say it that way. It's
that's harsh, man. That got
circle into being psychotic. We'll do that. All right, Chris, it's been a pleasure. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow.
Can't wait.
All right. Thanks, everyone. See you next week.